Poetry of the Pro, CCO, Tyler Smith, Chief Challenge Officer. I wanted sub 70. That was spoken on a night I might never forget. A line drawn in the sand, but I didn't measure the tide. Not a wish or a vibe, a number, a boundary, a quiet agreement I counted on myself to keep in empty gyms before sunrise when no one was there to meet. Roll the footage. HYROX Pro Men, Vancouver 25. The warm-up, the breath, a dream still alive. The calm face that hides how loud the mind has already become. Because they don't talk about this part, the moment before the start, when confidence and doubt are sharing the same oxygen tank, coexisting, competing, counting the cost in my energy bank. The horn sounds, and suddenly none of my philosophies matter. No metaphors, no identities, just contractions, just cadence, just equations. HYROX doesn't care who you think you are. The sled moves, or it doesn't. The reps count, or they don't. There's no workaround for oxygen debt, no shortcut from discomfort, only effort, collected or taxed with interest of hurt. Cut to the middle. This is where lactic acid stops feeling heroic and starts feeling transactional. You give a little more, yet exponentially soar. You borrow from later to survive the now. A loan against future pain you swear to repay somehow. This is where the margin appears. The margin is where confidence gets tested, nested deep in decisions you rehearsed in training. What about that run I skipped when it was raining? No time to second guess, my pace is waning. I've told a lot of stories in this series about world records, about legends, about people who got there. Those stories matter, but nobody builds documentaries about this moment. The moment where you're not failing, but you're not winning either. You're just close. Close enough to feel it, yet far enough to feel it fade. Because failure doesn't always look like collapse. Sometimes it looks like almost. Almost is a dangerous word. Almost can mean you were never enough. Or almost can mean your luck was rough. Same race, same effort, different stuff. Almost can rot into resentment or ferment into resolve. Pressure turned purposeful. Almost can teach you to run from goals so they stop asking things of you. Or almost can clarify the work until the goal stops feeling mythical and starts feeling mechanical. Cut to the finish. Let the footage linger, because your body knows before the clock does, before the chip confirms it, before your brain can soften it. Spin it into a tale of a time you didn't fail. 70 minutes, 12 seconds. Not a collapse, not an excuse. A razor. Thin enough to expose you, and sharp enough to teach you. And when you stop romanticizing it, 12 seconds looks like this. 12 seconds, an extra sip of water I didn't need. 10 seconds, fear framed as strategy, disguised as pacing. 8 seconds, a clumsy transition, pulling the rope. 6 seconds, a wall ball off target by an inch, a lost hope. 4 seconds, questioning a cramp that never came. 2 seconds, a breath held, not spent, just bent inward. That's what 12 seconds looks like when you stop pretending it's tragic. And this is where the real race begins, not on the course, but after. People think pro means paid, or podium, or perfection. But standing there, this close to the line I promised myself, I realized something. A professional isn't defined by the result. A professional is defined by their relationship to it. pro isn't the clock. It's what the clock demands next in the aftershock. It's not whether you touched the edge. It's whether the edge made you bitter or better. The margin tells the truth. When you're this close, you don't get to blame talent. You don't get to hide behind circumstance. You get feedback. Precise, uncomfortable feedback. Failure isn't a final verdict. It's a snapshot in time. And when the dust settles and the noise fades and the margin marches on, we don't get infinite options. We either rise toward the goal again, sharpened by what we've learned, or we quietly walk away, pretending that it never mattered. This poem isn't about missing the 70-minute mark. It's for everyone who stepped into the arena knowing the outcome wasn't guaranteed. For the 3-hour and 3-second marathoners, the 4:01 milers, the lifts that hovered just above lockout. For the athletes who didn't break, but didn't break through, because the record isn't the story. Almost isn't a weakness. Almost is a doorway, and professionals are the ones who walk back through it, into the fray.